We're also following the trial of the man accused of murdering a Rochester police officer and 2 others. Today, new evidence was presented to the jury.
Prosecutors say Kelvin Vickers, a Boston man who traveled to Rochester, is tied to a deadly marijuana turf war. Dan Gross joins us live outside the Hall of Justice in Rochester with what jurors learned today. Dan.
Hi there, Teresa. Let's start with that new evidence that was entered in today. It was a Glock pistol. Now, prosecution tells us that it was found in a nearby home, and the Glock was wrapped up in a sweatshirt, and also a nearby extended magazine was also wrapped up in a t-shirt. We'll have more of that in just a second, but a lot of today was continuing the themes of last week, talking about officer and evidence testimony, and prosecution today also telling us that they're about halfway through their portion of it. Now, also later in this afternoon session, a lot of technical evidence was presented of Officer Mazurkowicz's van, with RPD's analyst concluding that the van was shot several times through the back. Now, when we ended last Thursday, we saw part of the body cam footage leading up to an officer taking Vickers into custody into a nearby home, and today jurors saw the dramatic conclusion of that video. Now, today also featured similar themes of the past week. District Attorney Sandra Dorley presenting chronological evidence that started before the night, during, and now we're the investigation and evidence gathering phase the night after. And then Michael Sciano of the defense trying to lay the groundwork that Bauman and Laser were this alleged drug turf war, and Officer Mazurkowicz and Sang's eventual shootings took place, saying it was a very chaotic scene, trying to say that Vickers specifically wasn't targeting police officers, a matter of intent, while Dorley said this on the video of Vickers' arrest today.
We're trying to establish that this was basically a war zone in terms of the shooting that occurred that entire time, that whole 48-hour period of time. The houses were being shot up, cars are being burned. It was just a chaotic scene over there.
We have him at the crime scene. We have him hiding just, feet away from where Officer Mazurkowicz was shot dead. There'll be more testimony that will connect him further, but he's there at the crime scene. His clothes are missing, which is important to note.
Now, Sciano says it will become, quote, more clear in the next handful of days where his cross-examination, where his strategy is going. Court is due to pick up again tomorrow, though. When we were dismissed, we were not given a clear time. For now, reporting live at the Rochester Hall of Justice, Dan Gross, News 8.
All right, Dan, thank you for that update.